I think overall, there's just no better place to put your money than Bitcoin. So that's why everyone's making that rush.
So you obviously, I mean, fall in the, I would say, maximalist camp. Is that a fair assessment?
I don't know. If you look at Twitter right now, then I should hand back my maximalist card. But I've never actually called myself a maximalist. People like to refer to me as a maximalist, but I do a show with Charlie and Ricardo and Whale Panda, and two of them have their own coin. So I don't know. The definition of maximalist is not really well defined, I think.
I think so too, and I think that it's a stigma more than it is to any degree accurate. So you just touched on the fact that you're getting roasted right now on Twitter for to have your card pulled. Can you talk about why that is?
Right. So a lot of us invested in INX. It's a security token exchange, which is launching its own security token. So it just became effective, and I think they're taking in money now for their IPO. So it is an IPO, not an ICO.
Right.
But it's also using Ethereum as the rails for the token initially. And I think there's a couple of reasons why people are trying to cancel us. And the biggest one probably is that it's on Ethereum. And the other one is that there's a token involved. And I think maybe the last one is that some of us got advisory shares, which were valued at 1 cent each.
Right. But this is years in the making, right?
Yeah. But it seems like it's an eternal September. So when the news first broke in 2019, I think it was a CoinDesk article, everyone got riled up and we got canceled already for supporting an Ethereum token. And then people forgot, or they're new. And then now when they're effective and taking in money, the news resurfaced and people are angry again. So this is the second time we're getting canceled over the same thing. But yeah, you're right. We invested in 2018. They started their filing in 2017. And it's just entertaining.
It's entertaining, but it's a drain. Like, I know that from my own personal experience, when you get to a certain point, I guess, on Twitter, and it's much worse for you than it is for me from what I've noticed. But, the negative voices become extremely loud. And especially if you put yourself out there as a passionate advocate of this side or that side or any specific community. You kind of just laughed it off, but does the trolling and negativity ever bother you, or is it really so par for the course at this point that it's laughable?
Well, it's kind of par for the course. It's difficult to have a lot of following on Twitter and not get bashed for things every month or so.
Yeah, once a month.
Yeah,
like clockwork.
It's like clockwork. So you kind of get used to it. And I think the best thing to do is just to block people, and then that's done, right? It's a small investment because you have to press a button, but it pays off in the long run because you get rid of the noise. And sometimes there's like stuff that doesn't even involve me, and I'll get canceled over that too. So Zeus Capital started advertising to a short link, and link is a scam. And I think they retweeted a tweet of mine from 2018 or something when I said this is a scam. And then notifications just blow up, and everyone's saying, screw you and go die.
Well, I didn't know that you went down that road as well. So I had posted a chart, a link chart, day before the whole Zeus Capital thing. Terrible timing, but clearly a day before. And it said, listen, I think this is going to go down a little more, but I'm really looking to buy. It wasn't like a bearish thing at all. It was like, I want to buy Link. I just want to get it a little cheaper. Yeah. The Zeus Capital thing came the next day. A random account retweeted my link chart and just said, Scott Melker got paid by Zeus Capital to say something negative about, which of course I immediately showed proof, but you can't show proof. Once somebody puts it out there and it goes viral, those thousands of people see it, believe it, and assume it's true forever, right?
Yeah. Well, nobody does any research or reading. They just see something and they just pile on. So we have a lot of people calling the INX IPO an ICO. And I've seen some Bitcoin developers say that too, but you just have to read the prospectus. It's not an ICO. It's approved by the SEC. It's an IPO. And you may not like it, but it's just malicious to misrepresent it like that.
And the thing is, you have to wonder if it's a malicious misrepresentation or literally just a lack of understanding. And, I think people love to talk about things that they have no knowledge about in any space, but that's the whole world now, but certainly in this space, right? And you must see it all the time because you literally understand the tech and most people don't.
Yeah, but it is what it is. There's no way to get rid of that noise. You just have to tune it out and ignore it.
So I talked to Pomp recently, and we had sort of the Bitcoin maximalist conversation, and he sort of was of the opinion that there's nothing wrong with these altcoin projects. I'm sure some of them will succeed. I'm sure some of them are great, but he sort of sees Bitcoin as our one chance, right? It has the recognition. It's the first one there. It has the liquidity. It has the interest. So everybody should be focused on that. Is that sort of your take on why you focus primarily on Bitcoin?
Yeah, I think Bitcoin is the only way to prevent an Orwellian future. I think money has become a system of control, and Bitcoin is the best bet to break that system of control, because if your money supply can be controlled, every transaction can be monitored, then you really have no freedom in the world. You might have the right to assemble and protest, but you can be monitored, and that's not really good, right? Then you'll get taken out after. I don't know if I agree fully with Pomp that every altcoin has a chance. I think there's very few altcoins that make sense. If anything, I'm a proof of work maximalist. So if anything is not proof of work, I don't really think it's very good or useful. And even the proof of work coins, most of them are insecure. So there are not that many projects that I would say are good or not a scam.
Are they insecure because you think that they've rushed to do other things, to be faster, to be, basically to be the first and biggest of this, and they sort of ignored the security aspect, which is inherent in Bitcoin?
Well, I'm talking just about security of the transaction. So
right.
You remember ETC, they had a couple attacks, actually, and now
very recently, yeah.
Yeah, the deposit times are now 2 weeks, I think. But it's not that they rushed it. It's just that nobody's mining it, and they don't have dominance in their hashing algo. So they're just open for attack. You could even say Ethereum is open for attack because they're CPU mined. Someone could just get a lot of, GPU mined. Someone could just get a lot of GPUs and attack them, technically. Whereas Bitcoin is tied to Bitcoin ASICs. So
right.
Either you make them or you buy them, but that's not easy to attack.
So we've obviously seen massive interest in Ethereum of late, largely on this, DeFi boom, which, sometimes I don't even know what the DeFi boom really is. Is it just a bunch of coins nobody's ever heard of that have a sub 500K market cap on Uniswap? Or is it crypto banks like BlockFi and Celsius and things like that? DeFi has become this just sort of all encompassing term for everything that's happening. But I mean, what does that mean for the future of Ethereum? I know that you obviously aren't the biggest proponent of Ethereum, but it's got a pretty compelling use case, at least right now.
Yeah, but I don't think DeFi works when the transaction fees are that high, right?
Oh yeah, the gas fees are insane.
Yeah. So it's only a small subset of people that can actually access and trade it. And I think I don't even understand what DeFi is. That definition is even more poor. It seems everything is DeFi, and to that end, it doesn't make any sense. But if I had to nail down definition, I would say DeFi is supposed to be Uniswap type stuff, not BlockFi and lending and all that. It should be some kind of permissionless way to issue and create assets and trade it. But I'm not a fan of most of those projects because they seem like Ponzi's to me. The last one in is going to lose.
Yeah, I mean they're popping up by the day. Certainly, it seems like a lot of people are getting wealthy, but like you said, at the end of the day, someone's always holding the bag, unfortunately, and it's usually the person who can't afford it. And that's reminiscent, I think, of 2017 in this space, certainly with the ICO boom, or if you want to call it a boom, and all of that.